Uh, Kevin.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Pity Against the Live Push One College. I'm William Table and I'm joined by my constant co-host Kevin Smurph. Kevin, what's up?
I don't know if I want to sit up for this one. I might be reclined for this one.
That's fine. Pit Against the live college show. If you'd like to be live on here talking to us about your hot take, join the Pit Against Discord by clicking on the link that's in the description, then join the waiting room channel. Put your hot take in the topics text channel, like your take will put you on for a mic check and then put you on air. You can also put your take in the topics text channel in the stream chat or in the comments for me to bring up if you can't make it on. Kevin, what is up?
Yeah, we've been away for a bit, huh?
Yeah, we have. It's mostly me, but yeah, we have.
You had to go save the city.
I had to go save the city. Local superhero.
Yep.
They called us Snow Fighters, and they made
Snow Fighters.
And they made us
firefighters.
T-shirts. They made us T-shirts. I didn't get any, and they put names on some of the. On some of the plows, like Plowzilla.
Control Salt Delete.
Control Salt Delete. Dolly Plowton.
That one's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad. I think after seeing them all week, they're all pretty bad. But
yeah, that's fair.
Freaking, we got a new set. It's coming out in like
almost all of it. A week.
It's coming out. Oh yeah. Also, I had internet issues,
Friday.
And I might still have a little bit of internet issues, but it looks fairly cleaned up right now. It feels good. So
cool.
Yeah. Holy cow. Copium.
Compendium of Wraith, but referred to as Copium of Wraith.
Don't really feel. That's where I want to start. Is where are you at? I made the title of the stream. Dope. Hope. Cope. Nope. And where are you feeling?
It's
because we've seen like 99% of the cards are pretty cool or announced to us. We know what they look like.
I think it's Hope because like there is some stuff in here that's like legitimately pretty good, and as they've said, a lot of it is based around Silver Age, and I'm kind of curious where Silver Age lands them. They also have benched Chain since we were last year.
For Sage specifically, Chain has been received the first banning of the Sage format because it has a weird banning system. You might want to look it up if you don't get it. It's complex, but Chain received the first developer voting
ban. It was the first developer vote.
Yeah.
I think we need to. I want to see where some of this lands. There's a lot of moving pieces, because every class got something. This is not like High Seas or any other set, Super Slam, where it's like 2 classes get something, 2 talents get stuff.
When did you jump into the game again? I forgot.
Just after Uprising came out.
So you saw. Did you see Dynasty? Was Dynasty before? Okay, Dynasty was after.
Dynasty was the first set that I
Uprising
saw
Dynasty.
spoiled and released.
Okay. And this is Dynasty-esque in that sense.
I think it's better than Dynasty.
Okay.
This has like immediate impacts that like we can see coming, and it's not just all archetypes where we're like, why are we playing that? Mm-hmm. It's like mostly stuff that like we can see where it goes. Crucible, there's some stuff where we're like, it doesn't. It's
Crucible was kind of like that, actually.
Yeah, it's
Mandible
probably not
Claws.
quite Crucible.
Like Crucible had a ton of cards that were like immediately like, oh, we can.
Like you put claws into Reinhardt.
But also the game was so new then, right? It's like
it wasn't difficult to move the game.
Trade half the cards in my deck out because I'm running generic. I'm running I don't know, Raging Onslaught instead of this Brute 3 for 7. So
I mean, it's just there's so many moving pieces. I think every class got something interesting for CC.
Really? Not even just for CC, but also just received something interesting. I feel like and maybe I'm misremembering, but in like Everfest and Dynasty, there were some cards that you received that you're just like, oh, that's I don't know, fairly straightforward and generic. But like
Yeah.
Even most of the Majestics in this, especially, but sometimes some of the commons and rares are just like really funny, interesting mechanics you haven't seen before and make you think, even if they're not necessarily playable right now, you're like, huh, I've never thought of a trap that's also in action.
That will have a place.
That could have
I can see where that's going to
go. Future sets could be built off stuff of this. And so I think I'm about in the same place. Maybe it should have been like 5 tiers of whatever, and like hope is more like in the middle, because that's kind of what it sounds like. But I think I'm mostly positive on this so far, is where I would want to put myself. Haven't seen it play out yet, but 4 out of 5 right now. Seems neat.
I think I'm kind of on a 3. Some of the stuff is a miss, and I don't see exactly where it's gonna end up immediately. But this set feels like they had a bunch of cards they wanted to make, and they didn't have draft sets to put them in.
I mean, I feel like that's what all of the expansion sets were kind of.
Yes, but they had too many cards to just do expansion slots on a draft set. And
I'm cool if they wanted do this like every 3 years, but
oh yeah, this is like totally fine to do this every once in a while. I'm down.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like we got a bunch of Mystic cards, including Majestics. Those are unplayable cards right now in CC. Like,
I mean, I want to keep saying like that this is for 3 formats, and it kind of is, but one of the formats isn't going to be supported this year, basically. So
yeah,
it's really just for 2 formats.
It's for 2 formats, and hopefully laying the groundwork to bring back the 3rd.
Okay, I guess for reference, actually, to maybe why I don't care as much, I'm not thinking about LL as much with these cards. It's like for the Mystic cards specifically, Mystic cards have no L's and no M's. They're only rares and commons.
No.
Yeah, the Mystic cards.
No.
Is there a Majestic Mystic that I'm looking that I didn't see?
Yes.
What?
Whispering Mist. The one that's all blue attacks and attacks.
Oh, there is one. Oh, frick. All right.
And then
I got baited by looking at the talented ones. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, and then there's going to be an equipment slot 265.
You're right. There's going to be 2 Majestics. I was going to try to make the argument that because I was looking at the page weird, but I was going to try to make the argument that, it's no Mystic equipment, but we have no Mystic heroes, so it's fine. Or no Mystic M's.
Majestic.
No Mystic Majestic, but we have no Mystic heroes right now, regardless.
No, they gave us those cards. Which, by the way,
those points. Never mind.
That card is insane in Zen, by the way.
It's so funny how, the cards actually feel very, cast into specific heroes, but...
Yes. They're still not great about that in Mystic.
Yeah. I actually think... I mean, you could maybe say that for a lot of talents, but...
Yes.
Talking about specific cards, is there any specific cards you do want to talk about? I'm not thinking of one in particular. I just mean in general, right? So, there is...
do I have to just pick... I'm just gonna scroll up and see
if you have a couple that you've been thinking about or something like that. They reprinted Art of War.
Art of War, yeah. I literally just hit that one, and it's like
Art of the Phoenix: War. 1 cost.
Yeah.
Draconic instant. Discard a Phoenix Flame. Draconic attack actions you control get +1 this turn. Draw 2 cards.
Additional cost to discard the Phoenix Flame.
Additional cost.
5's just going to LL.
Art of War. It's just Art of War.
It's not just Art of War, because you have to have a Phoenix Flame, and that is a non-trivial cost compared to banish any card.
Sure.
So
it also says
the way that a lot of people are
Draconic attack action cards. I'm sure you are already running 90% Draconic, but this just kind of says
this incentivizes you to go a little bit deeper on that.
Snatch doesn't get +1 or something like that. I don't even know what
unless you
run.
Yeah, unless you what's the other card that Fi got? Inflame the Firebrand? Yeah.
Yes.
If you have a way to make it Draconic, that's just worth +1, but it's just draw 2. So like the way people are actually looking at this is it's a 1 for 8 ender, chain ender, basically, which is you're gonna make 3, you're gonna go head jab, sword, head jab, and you have 1 resource floating. You're gonna activate Phi, you're gonna get a Phoenix Flame, you're gonna play this in reactions, you're gonna draw 2 cards, and your third link is gonna get +1, and then you have 2 other cards to hit them with. And you spent 3 cards. That's your 4th card. You have a 5th card. You still have 3 attacks to swing at that point. Plus, you have pouncing links.
It could also just be funny where you have this in Arsenal. You draw a Phoenix Flame because you're running more than that. You have
then you
Tunic.
Just go
you're
running Blossom
Tunic.
of
I don't
Spring.
know what equipment you have. Yeah, Blossom of Spring, and you just
pop it on this. Or I think the other one is Rise from the Ashes gets a few points from this card, where it's just the +3. You get a Phoenix Flame from your graveyard into your hand. Then you blossom this with the Phoenix Flame. You draw 2, and you just start with it live.
Talking about go ahead.
Go. So that plus Fire Burns with it. Phi got so much juice.
Fire Burns within. So this is what I meant by there's a lot of interesting things going on in this set. Multiple cards that are if you discard a Phoenix Flame. I don't think we've specifically had that warning on cards before, have we? Yeah. So
we have not.
It's neat.
I actually wonder if these 2 cards are going to clash a little bit, because having them in the same hand means you can't just.
I mean that's 2025 Flesh and Blood, where you have cards that clash a little bit, but they got a high upside in your deck.
No, that would be good for the game, I think.
Yeah. So.
But that's the biggest thing. Obviously, Dynastic Diadem is excellent for Fang. It's exactly what he wanted.
It's crazy.
It's super good. It's super good with all the aura hate that was just printed. It's.
Tough Nut got an infinite amount of blue.
He got
3
powers. Blue 6s.
Yeah. It's insane.
That's kind of spooky.
His deck is so much more consistent now. It has to be.
It's a very significant uptick. It's 2.5 times the number of blue 6s he had. So
Wyatt got a couple of funny cards for himself. This is a thing that I think is really interesting that I wanted to talk about, and I hope that they just tune in for a quick second. LSS, I love your Silver Bullet generic cards that you made at Rare. You printed them at Rare. Ransack and Raise, Destructive Tendencies, Pilfer the Tomb, Shatter Sorcery. These are cards that are nah, screw you for trying this one thing or being oppressive in the meta. Yeah, Tough Nut? Yeah, Tough Nut. But screw you for doing this one specific thing. And it's okay, we've had that before in Poison the Well. And I've also seen Poison the Well's prices fluctuate wildly depending on the meta. And that,
yes,
I think it's not unfair to players. That's a bit of the game we play when we play secondary market, but just having them at Rare means that they don't fluctuate from 50 cents to $50. They fluctuate from 5 cents
to $5.
10 cents to $5. Yeah. I don't actually know how expensive was Poison the Well at its worst.
It probably got to 25 or something. That's still not great, but
if you feel your deck needed 3 of them, which it probably didn't, but if you felt your deck needed 3 of them, that's kind of insane. Well, no, we had counter blessings back then. God bless.
Yes, that's why.
That's why. Yeah, and so and for that reason specifically, these cards are rare. I love that.
Yeah, I do know that not everyone loves having that density of Silver Bullet type cards in the game, but at the same time,
if you're gonna do it, at least do it in a way that doesn't feel so bad. When they're $25.
Sure, they don't care about their issue is not the cost.
You already don't want Silver Bullets because you want to play your game plan into their game plan.
Yes,
is how I kind of want the game to feel. And so I don't love having Silver Bullets in my deck, but if I have to have them, I'd like not to pay $25 for them.
Sure. I mean, this gets into the idea of, is having Silver Bullets a good idea if it disrupts an opponent's game plan? It's well, that's just counter spells.
Yes.
Just play, control decks exist,
Sure.
And it's okay if people put Surgical Extraction in their deck.
Yeah.
That's fine.
The magic card.
Yes.
Bonds of Agony in Flesh of Blood.
Different.
Less than. Poison the Well is the best thing I can think of because it's like so specific. Most decks aren't gaining life, and they're not gaining life so frequently or so much so that you would want to shoot it. And if you're countering Counter Blessing specifically, which maybe it's not the best idea because typically these counter spells disrupt a proper turn, as opposed to just countering the control deck. But anyways, it's like I don't want to pay $25 for Counter Blessings.
Yeah.
Dude, you could see right beside Ransack and Raise, you could see Poison the Well at rare in this set. That's not too far off in
it would be an Antiquities card.
You think so? I don't mean like let's say it was printed in this set, not previously printed and they're reprinting it for this set.
Yeah.
I feel like you could see it at rare in this set. I don't know. Or I guess another way is imagine if Ransack and Raise was a Majestic.
Yeah.
I think I'd feel less excited about it.
It depends on how landmarks are treated, because if landmarks are still legendary keyworded and not supposed to be that powerful anyways, then there's never going to be a demand for the card. But then you print something like Count Your Blessings, where it's a 9 of, because it actively incentivizes you to run 9 of, then Poison the Well is going to do much better. But yes, I understand the point.
I mean, for any one of these cards, imagining them as Majestic, I feel less excited about them. Immediately less excited.
I think they're all fine.
You had a card that you had a lot of opinions about, though. Or that I think I didn't quite understand. All right. So they reprinted Stormstriders.
No, they didn't.
All right. So the card Tempest Dancer's Majestic Wizard Legs. When this leaves the arena, you may play your next non-attack action this turn as though it were an instant. Blade Break. It's got upside. It's cheaper. And it doesn't need to be a wizard card. Probably you want it to be a wizard card.
It doesn't need to be a wizard card. That is the only upside. The rest of this is trash.
Okay.
So the fundamental issue with this card is when this leaves the arena, which means it's probably almost certainly by its Blade Break being triggered that it is leaving the arena.
Yeah.
Which means they have attacked you. What if they just don't attack you until they know that they can AB whatever you do or prevent whatever you do?
Okay, so I'm not going to say Phi. Let's say
No, pick Phi.
Okay,
honestly.
I'm Phi.
Yeah.
I'm at 10 or 15. You're at it depends on what your combo is, right? But let's say I'm at 10, you're at 3.
Yeah.
I just don't attack you?
So I think if there's a deck that is playing these consistently, I think every deck that runs, let's say 20 blues, puts AB3 and Oasis Respite in their deck, and they can never die to these.
Okay, so you need a way to filter the cards.
If you're at 3, and I'm at 10, if you do something to hit me and deal damage to me, I block as much as I can, physical or arcane. I block as much as I can, and then on my turn I just pass.
Okay, but what if the wizard passes?
Then I draw back up, and you're going to hit me again.
No, but nobody's
going to go.
The wizard's well, if I just attack you, you're just going to.
That's fine. I will take that stalemate until I get into a game state where I win. I will restart the game until I win. It is actively better for me to restart the game and to get in a winning game state.
Restart the game. You just go to a draw and you have to redo the game in a top 8 scenario.
Yes. It is actively better for me to do that.
You can just restart the. I was okay, so that's where I was hung up on. Is I guess I was thinking from like an armory level, or I'm just you get a double loss. I don't know.
If I have literally no way to filter cards, because also if the wizard just passes after doing no damage to me, I'll just swing Emberblade for 3.
Does Fi run chess piece?
It would be Tunic.
Okay.
Into wizard usually, but if it's AB3, I'm not sure what 3 pieces it would be. But like if wizard passes and gives Fi a full hand,
let's say Striders was banned. You knew there was a wizard. They ran Tempest Dancers. Like this is all like meta stuff, and you're planning for it to the point where you're running AB3 and Fi, and Oasis or Spider, whatever. You probably just also run Flamescale Furnace, and have a pitch outlet, so the game doesn't stall.
You would have to play a red card.
You have to play a red card. No, you're right.
So like it depends on the specific game state. Because like that example you gave of like 10 to 3, because this is on chain close, if you just give me a full grip, then I get to hit you and take your full hand, and you can't use these.
Chain never broke.
Yes.
I'm still presenting lethal before the chain breaks.
I'm presenting lethal 4 times before the chain breaks if you're at 3. If I can't present lethal, I will just swing sword and pass as my pitch outlet.
That works. And if you activate boots, hopefully you're fine. Depends on the situation.
I have a full grip then.
Or you can just full pass if you feel like you have to. I get it.
Yeah.
Tempest Dancers.
Yeah. This is my issue. This is my fundamental issue with this card. And it's the reason Stormstriders worked is because I, as the wizard player, can go, I will send a regular Aether Ice Vein. Mm-hmm. I will take some amount of stuff out of your hand. And then no matter what, when your hand is partially empty, I can activate Stormstriders. That's get to break turn parity.
Yeah.
And people are looking at this like, oh, you just get an action point, though. It's free Mage Master boots. It's a value play. It's like, no, you just can't end the game then. How do you end the game? What this says to me is if they're going to ban Stormstriders, they printed this in the stupid AB2 boots.
They really did.
The heckin' Wellingtons. And every wizard is going to have a combo. Every wizard is going to have an Acilio type combo or a Verdant's Healing Potion type combo. Because otherwise, you get fatigued by 3 Oasis and AB3 pretty much.
Yeah.
With 20 blues. Where I'm just going to give you the blue every turn and you just can't kill me. Like, if you're primary Arcane and you're gated on action points, because that's the way Wizard, like, looks with Dirtlander, a.k.a. Verdant's.
Dirtlander?
Like, how does Verdant's kill somebody who has AB3 and Oasis without Striders and without healing potion
when you
combo.
Say it that way.
Yeah, because it's a 40 health wizard that can run Striders. How many heroes had to LL for Verdant's to become meta?
Holy frick.
These are such a wild downgrade from Striders in terms of the play patterns, and it's going to basically force wizards to have a combo. Now, Blaze can kind of get around this because she can go, I a little bit.
Apologize. You dang cat. Oh, he's offended.
He's spicy.
He is. It's okay. It's wild hours. All right.
So Blaze can kind of get around it because Blaze goes, send a thing, ability send a thing on my turn. And then on your turn, I get to send one thing now.
Yeah.
Like, kind of gets around it. Is it enough? Probably not. To, like, reliably do it. It's going to beat, like, the aggro decks that try and fatigue, quote unquote. It's not going to beat a dedicated fatigue deck that has, like, AB6. It's just not.
So.
But, like.
No, I think it's an interesting point. You know, if these boots, which I'm not sure they are alluding to Stormstrider's ban, combos on wizards are probably inevitable. But I already kind of feel like when Acilio, having played a bunch of games against Acilio, having also played a bunch of games against Kano for the last 5 years.
Yes. Wizard is fundamentally changing already.
I love playing against Acilio a lot more. I still get that anxious feeling of Acilio's going to kill me one of these turns, and so I need to wrap the game up. But it's not in the same way where it's like I'm panicked over what card I'm pitching, right? Like,
so the comparison I don't want to make is Kano, because Aether Wildfire plus Blazing Aether is just like a multiplicative value problem. The better comparison, in my opinion, is Icelander. Was that something where you... Because Strider's wasn't a combo. It was just the way you ended the game, because it just let you take that extra turn because you started at 36. Now, when she was released and had Amulet Device and Hypothermia, she probably should have been 34. But you can debate balancing on your own time.
Not interested.
But there's a reason that the Wizards start at lower health.
The combo was in Frost-X.
It could be, but that took the entire game.
Yeah, it did.
And it didn't even need Striders.
No, it doesn't, right? And so removing Striders would make Wizards not have to try to play like almost some kind of math game, like a normal Flesh and Blood game, where they just go back and forth with terrible cards. You go back and forth all game, but I get +1 turn. Is meh
with Striders?
Yeah, with Striders, yeah.
Yeah, but then that was that was part of why Icelander, the balancing of Icelander was weird, is because you just started playing Wounded Bulls and Fighting Spirits to make up for the numbers. But you also had Coronet Peak to fix it, and you had ice cards to reduce your opponent's value. And it's there's so many more pieces than just Striders at play there, where it's you take one of those pieces away, and Icelander is significantly worse, I think.
Yeah.
But these are not a replacement for Striders, where anyone who has played Icelander or Kano or Verdance will count these as Storm Striders.
That makes sense.
Or it will not result in anywhere near similar play patterns. And that's not necessarily what they want, but they named them Tempest Dancers. Why? Tempest, Storm, Striders, Dancers.
It's an homage. Okay, so here's the thing.
If I can... It's a fucking eulogy.
Okay, okay. Here's what I think. It could be just the foreshadowing of Storm Striders banned, which Storm Striders talk about cards that limit design space. That's one of them. I think
they can have 2 shoe options, but Beat Trackers has an explicit place.
Yeah, so Immart Altars. Also, Scab Skins and Trackers exist at the same time. Why can't Wizard have 2 shoe options? There is the idea. The main difference is how wildly different Scab Skin and Trackers are, because Scab Skins
they fill fundamentally different roles.
Trackers is just a much faster piece of equipment for a much faster game. They're also at a lower rarity, which allows them to be played in a completely different format, right? Tempest Dancers are majestic. They don't get to be played in another format.
What are we... I like the joke.
This is a great point. I like the point, though. Thank you for that.
That Arsenal Pass made of, what are we getting, Golden Age, where we can play Majestics?
No.
And lower?
That sounds garbage.
Yeah, well, what are these for, then?
Garbage.
Just
the other thing they could be for is a budget replacement, and that is something...
Striders are already $40.
$40?
For your class.
That's 2 Sage decks.
Oh my.
I think that's not...
It's half a calling entry.
That's not far off. I feel like calling it a... Ooh. It is a budget entry point. If this card's $1...
White Border Storm Striders are $30 right now.
If Tempest Dancers are $1, you might be able to put a functional armory ready... I say armory ready, I mean it's a pile of cards for your first armory that's the price of a Storm Striders.
Sure.
Do you win a game? No. Mostly because you're inexperienced, but also because your cards suck. And you might even catch a person where it's if I attack, you kill me, I'll take that risk, and then you kill him, because it's an armory
at the end of their turn.
Yeah, after they've attacked. I don't know. It might still beat up on like Guardians or something. Like I'm getting in the weeds about it too much. I think it technically is a more budget option. They also had a majestic slot in Wizard they needed filled, and
give us a freaking wizard hat, a pointy freaking wizard hat.
Oh, now we're talking about basically aesthetic choices, and you want
Yes. I'd rather have had AB1 Nullrune reskin than this.
Just like what Guardian got. Oh,
yes, I'd rather have
Magma
had
hat.
I'd rather have had that than know that they spent dev time on this.
That's not a majestic. Actually, what if it said something like AB4, like AB3 or something? Actually, AB3 is funny.
Kill the mirrors.
I just mean to say, like, you know, it is a majestic. It should probably be better than Nullrune. Wizard hat, sick.
I would rather have had a wizard hat in whatever form, because there's also still no wizard equipment.
Kind of power level I'd want an armory deck to be at.
Then put it in an armory deck.
Well, maybe it's in the Blaze armory deck that's coming out in
next week.
LSS
they haven't announced it yet.
LSS fill us in. No, there's no way. LSS is so much on like building hype trains. They're not going to shadow drop something on us or whatever the term is.
If this was actually going to be in the Blaze Armory deck and this was the leg slot for it, that would
makes
be
sense.
Fine. Because Blaze is the wizard that can get around that still.
Yes.
She's the one that gets to still break turn parity, and that's an extra layer of it. And I'm totally okay with that, because she also plays Emeritus Scolding extremely well.
Mm-hmm.
And people are trying to say you play this as a value play, but wizard cards are traditionally terrible value because they're supposed to be evasive. But like, if it's going to be anywhere, this should be the Blaze Armory deck leg slot. And that's
cool. That's fine. All right. So we found a place for it. It's not in the set, unfortunately, but...
And it's not a Stormstrider's replacement.
Why do wizards abuse secondhand storage generic equipment? It's because they don't have enough equipment of their own. Do you just mean like block value arms or something?
Yeah, I mean, Icelander played Ironhide, then Iron Rot, and now Stonewall Gauntlet.
It's just because they don't have a slot that necessarily helps them win the game, other than something that blocks. I mean, you don't see Verdance running Metacarpus nodes. That's a wizard arms.
Yes, you do.
I haven't.
That's
frick.
That's their because you're not. They don't need AB1 against you, assassin boy.
Fair enough. I think that's why is if there was more, and I don't think it makes this much for the same reason. If LSS are going to be so hard bent on warriors can't have AB on their equipment, I think it's fine if you say wizards can't have block 1 on their equipment.
Sure,
like, that's fine.
That's fine
for like flavor reasons.
All of it has had AB. Like all the wizard equipment, like ever, has had AB in some form, except for this set, which is all Blade Break 0, but that's just a cheeky way of balancing when you can use it.
When this leaves the arena, yeah. Actually, these are all this is like a full set of equipment straight out of an armory deck. I almost wonder. So we were talking about at one point. I don't remember if it was before the thing. It's like, the set kind of feels like, well, what if we have all these ideas that we want to put into something and we can't quite find the place to do it? These could just be equipment that they're like, we want to put this in a Blaze Armory deck, and then they never got around to making a Blaze Armory deck. It didn't quite work.
We haven't figured out how to do a Blaze Armory deck yet. But we want to print this card.
But we love these idea of when this leaves the arena and they all have Blade Break 0. Like, that's fine.
Sure, have fun.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't know. If they ban Stormstriders for this card, they've given up on what Wizard was, and they're rebuilding the class from the ground up.
And that might not be an awful idea, and LSS have definitely gone back to the drawing board on a couple of things. So
they sure did. They sure did rewrite the Assassin class after Huntsman, and then
they rewrote the Assassin
kind
class.
Of after.
I feel like every single illusionist is from the ground up.
Not necessarily from the ground up, but
I'm being dramatic.
They have had drastic changes. That's fair.
Yeah.
But Stormstriders for me is like just the quintessential wizard card.
Yeah.
And Acilio not running it is him being a lightning. It's him getting to run Volzar. It's not that Acilio doesn't run Striders. It's that Volzar doesn't run Striders.
Yes. Volzar does not want Striders. Volzar wants to do Volzar things unless they start coming out with more damaging, like instant lightning cards, like for reasons to play out your hand on your opponent's turn for Volzar. Like,
yeah. But yeah, that's my rant. I still think it's meh.
I don't fully disagree, and I don't fully hate it either. Like, I loosely see a place for these boots, but we'll just see. All right, there is a few cards in here where it's like, are they gonna ban this? Are they gonna unban this? Yeah, that was one of them. I can't think off the top of my head the other one that I was thinking of, but the other one we were thinking of was this is going around everywhere. It was speculating after they came out with like enclosed Firemind Guardian Equipment Head Block 0. It says AB1. This is just null rune headpiece, but under the restriction of Guardian and Rare. There's no point in that. Who do they need it for?
I don't know. There are some cards from Super Slam that said when this defends with another Guardian card. And you get 2 count that says defending with a Guardian card because it has 0 block and you can just put it on the chain. Is that a good reason to print this? I don't think so. That's not why. It also probably defeats the purpose of that text initially, which is to, give 2 cards from hand.
Yes.
The way that like Unity worked.
Yes. Works.
But
it got printed in a set.
On equipment.
True. In a different class.
Yes. But I don't know. I don't think they're banning Null Rune. 1, because it's in some of the Sage precons, and 2, they didn't do this for enough classes. There's would be a fine balancing act for how much AB they would give everyone and how good the wizards are in Sage. Because if they give everyone only AB1 and ban Null Rune, then Icelander's actually just going to kill you in 3 turns no matter what.
Yeah.
But if you give everyone 2, is that like too much, or does it not matter? Do you just give 3 again and it's just the same thing? Like,
it's kind of interesting. There's a few cards that like older cards that gave Arcane Barrier for different classes and different talents. But I think there's an angle where if they did it, I'd be like, huh, they really did it, didn't they? Right? Like, that's the vibe I'm going to be about. I'm going to be like, huh. I don't fully hate it yet. But speaking of don't fully hate it yet, Sage, we have a much clearer depiction of what Sage is going to look like post the set. We already talked about how they the development team voted banned Chain out of the format. We're having the freaking thank you. We're having the freaking world premiere this weekend.
In about 8 hours.
In about 8 hours, we're gonna see the last of these cards that we haven't quite seen yet. This is gonna be the least evergreen episode ever. When they announce, I don't know, Blaze Adult come out or something.
Yeah.
But we don't quite know everything yet. We know like 99% of it. That's why I feel kind of comfortable to talk about it. But like how do you feel about Sage? There's going to be a tournament this weekend. Everyone already has all the Sage cards spoiled for them. We got it like a week ahead of time. How do you feel about the format? You're not playing in it? You're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
You're here.
I'm not getting on a flight in 30 minutes. And
okay, just double check.
I mean, it's fine.
He like took a picture of his background, and now he's on the plane right now, and he's using a filter to put his background in behind him. As he's disturbing his seat guest beside him.
I'm not sold that this really fixed the problems of Sage, which is
the set banning.
I keep coming back to this,
but
it's the format becomes very linear. Um, it it's the reverse problem of LL, where everything was too multiplicative. Um, it's too linear, and you have kind of the generic aggro deck. You have the block slop decks, which Guardian with all the 4 block yellows, which I don't know why those are legal. Um, and then you have Enigma trying to beat the Guardian decks, and then the generic aggro decks, which is probably going to be Fi and Briar, if I had to guess. With Briar probably being slightly more successful than Fi.
Okay.
But not necessarily by a ton. They could be on the same level. Because Fi got a lot of really powerful cards and like the equivalent of basically Chase the Tail in Fire Burns Within. But it's so hard to move that format when it's so linear in because of that it's so numbers driven that like you're just playing number piles. And that's it. And it's like, well, if you just put all the block 4s in a deck and you can get to like 20 out of 40 cards, like you're just going to fatigue everyone and you're just going to block all the 0-for-4s with the 4s.
If you wanted an actual all 0-for-4s, I think in Guardian you can run... It's a lot. It might be 20.
I think it's actually 20.
Is it actually 20? That's a lot.
So you get 10 of the yellow blocks because there's 5 of them. So then you have... So
4
that's that.
From
you
heavy
have,
hitters?
They would get 2 of
3,
them.
Plus the generic.
Plus on the horizon.
Plus on the horizon. So that's 9 of them?
Plus springboard somersault.
Plus springboard. That is 20.
They can get to 20 cards that can block 4 on their own.
Can theoretically block 4.
And then they have like 10 health plus in equipment. It's just not... There's no way to break the turn cycle math. There's no way to break the math. And that's like my fundamental issue with the format. It has been, and it's what happens when you take all the Majestics out of the game. It's like, those are the power cards that helped you break the math because they're supposed to. That's what Majestic is supposed to be. It's supposed to be that next step in power where you actually break math. And none of the equipment really does it. Not that I've noticed.
So go ahead.
The ninja arms are decent at it. They can help.
The new +1, basically.
Yeah, the flick knives, quote unquote.
Because
that's pretty good at it.
Such a thin amount of defense reactions.
Yeah, because they banned all of them, which they need to when you don't have force multipliers.
Yes. Okay, so I will say, like, there are the triangle that I see is you have these value decks and then you have these Guardian block slop, but there's and they go back and forth. I'm not actually. It's funny because like the way the pyramid is kind of set up, it's kind of like Guardian, aggro, and there is decks that beat Enigma, but also like Rhinar. They beat Guardian.
It's the anti-Guardian decks.
Yeah, anti-Guardian decks. But the funny thing is like the Guardian decks and the aggro decks don't necessarily seem to be like the Guardian decks are always winning. And because the Guardian decks are not always winning, the anti-value decks, these or not necessarily anti-value, these more combo-y decks,
like the combo reward state that we do have,
state decks, don't have as much to target, if that makes sense. It's not like a full triangle. It's weighted on 2 points a lot more.
It's heavily weighted towards the aggro decks, in my opinion, which is like. We still saw Briar winning the last Battle Hardened when we still had Chain. But the meta share for Chain was just nuts. It was like 50% or some nonsense. And there's still like Ira messing around there.
Ira's a weird wrench in it.
Yeah. But like it's just... It's the fundamental problem of the format is too linear. And it's still just... This didn't fix it. It just gave you more linear cards. It felt like I'm gonna do a scroll through and see like That's just a straight up Rhinar card, which, like, I guess Rhinar getting better is interesting for the format. None of those matter. None of those matter. The warrior equipment might be good, but it's going to be harder to use against some of the aggro decks.
And also, it's still block slop is how it would be used, right?
Yeah.
It would just be Decimate or Great Axe.
The mech stuff does not matter.
No.
The ranger stuff is not super relevant. Although the equipment might be nifty, it's not going to be great. The Runeblade stuff is actually kind of crazy. They get another D-React that's 4 value. It's not 5 value this time, but they get another D-React and another 2-card 8 that's a 3-block. Plus a 3-block sigil that deals 2 damage.
It would be kind of funny if you showed up with, like, block slop. I'm hating that term. We got to find something else. Fatigue, Runeblade would be fun.
Yeah,
but,
no.
like, you play Briar. And you
yes, one of the decks that people are playing is the Charles Dunn Briar list.
That's so funny to me. I love that.
They play it with Nebula Blade.
Love Nebula Blade.
Yeah. Wizard's not bad. Some people are trying to make Acilio work. This is actually like a decent Acilio archetype for Silver Age. People are trying to make it work. You probably still just die to the aggro decks because you're not fast enough, but you're going to just send 9 Arcane 3 times and you're going to kill the decks that have AB 3 or 4.
You know what kind of sucks is I feel like, I want you to keep going through this or you can keep scrolling while I'm talking, but I feel like what actually fixes the format is block slot beats aggro. If Guardians can very consistently defeat the aggro decks, or a Guardian, maybe it's Oldhim, very, very consistently, like super consistently, then it's a triangle of more of like a betting game of what did your opponent sit down across from you from, which also sucks in its own way, but it is a triangle more than Guardian or aggro.
Yes. So, I mean, the question becomes, is that a 60-40 triangle or is it an 80-20 triangle?
I think if in the hypothetical where I am trying to make this as perfect of a triangle as possible, the weights on each corner are dictated by what decks people want to play more, and they're going to want to play aggro more. We know humans.
Yes, but I'm talking about win rates.
Oh, win rates?
Yes. So are the matchups 60-40? Enigma I feel
like if it has to be, given how Enigma already beats Oldhim, I feel like the way to allow Enigma into the format when there is these aggro decks, it would have to be that Oldhim beats aggro decks. I'm saying Oldhim, but whichever deck.
Yeah.
It would have to be an 80-20.
Yeah.
It would have to be some kind of gross 80-20 all the way around the triangle, which is also not fun.
Just a terrible format.
Yes.
That's not interesting.
That is not a fun format.
Yeah.
Shimmering Mirage is cool.
That's a neat card.
That's a neat card.
That's actually a really cool card. That's a great tool for Enigma to have against the aggro decks. Well, against particular aggro decks. Some of them just will ignore it.
Arachne Huntsman. Other block slot.
He's just not good enough, or they're just not good enough, I should say.
It's not quite Guardian, and it's also not quite a beating Enigma. So.
If blood loss was a 0 cost, then I would actually give Huntsman some points, but it's just not enough.
Does Gravy have any legs against aggro, or is that deck?
It's difficult for Gravy to do a ton without Boat, because traditionally Boat is how
we're just trying to find decks that like fight the triangle. A deck that can fight back against aggro and Guardian is what it
so
is.
Here's the thing about all the decks that you've mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
What cards are they missing? Because it looks like those are all the cards that they traditionally use to beat aggro. Huntsman and Assassin are missing Leave No Witnesses and Codex and Surgical Extraction.
They're missing Disruption.
Gravy's missing Boat.
Gravy's missing Disruption.
Chum,
which is Disruption.
Anka.
More Disruption.
Uh-huh.
And I want to play Disruption. I know I'm leading you into this. I'll be real. I was leading you into this point a bit because holy frick,
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
just
then
want to
it's
play
like,
Disruption in formats.
what is
there is none.
the rest of Assassin missing in the stealth cards?
Oh, it's missing.
Prognosis,
It's missing Prognosis,
Kiss of Death.
Kiss of Death. Which Kiss of Death is just a value card, but like still like
it's a value card, but you can attach disruption to it. That makes it like if you had one turn of the game where you could flick Kiss of Death with Black Widow ability. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's with danger digits. That's going to be a good deck then. Like, we just.
This format feels like it's missing disruption, and that's not even that far off.
Nothing to break the math. It's too linear.
Yes.
When Briar is running 46 reds and 8 equipment total, and that's it. That's not.
If Icelander could have a combo card.
If they had made Frost Hex rare.
Okay.
We're playing the game.
Maybe not specifically Frost Hex, right? Like, would it have to be something different?
What combo do you give her?
Frick, I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. So if Icelander has a combo and has game into the block slop decks that have Oasis Respite, Arcane Polarity, and AB 4 or 5.
Still having an amount of disruption?
Yes. And then can bring the disruption to keep the aggro decks honest. And then also potentially has game into Enigma because you have Arcane at instant speed on their turn to deal with attacking ward stuff.
And it could be
like,
any of
we
these...
we get a format. Look at that. We put ice in the game and we get a freaking format.
Can Prism beat? Here's the thing: is you just got to find one. You got to find one of these combo decks that kind of break the math and can have game into some of the aggro decks, while still being able to kill a Guardian. And it's your options are Wizards, Illusionists, Necromancers.
The leg of the triangle that traditionally beats Guardian.
Assassin.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Man, is there a world where Phantasm cards can still be played in a deck that also beats Guardian?
I mean, they're playing them in Enigma, but they're probably playing them more as block 3s to defend a board state.
Man.
I mean, if they're going to run 24 blocks, that's 20 cards that are not poppers.
I got it. Just give us... You're right, Kevin. I think you're right, and I think I know what LSS needed to print, and it's more new cards. Bonds of Agony,
Downshift, Mask of Recurring Nightmares.
Downshift, Mask of Recurring Nightmares. I'm glad we're all on the same page now. Nah, you're right. Actually, anti-value like Disruption is very much not in this.
No.
And it feels like decks that are not Guardian block target either the Guardians or the aggro decks and don't have game into both.
Yes.
I think we did it. LSS?
That is my understanding of the format, and I think it was, if you had just banned Chain, I think the format was pretty close to that already, or starts getting close to that. And I don't know that Sage moved it that much, in all honesty. We'll have to see where Web of Deceit ends up, because sure, you can play Mark of Black Widow and you can play Mark of Funnel Web and stuff like that, but I don't know if that's enough when you have Mark of the Huntsman.
It's not. I was looking at this aggro Lyeth deck, and the idea was in my head, I was like, Lyeth can actually get some pretty, if he gets 3 value per card, that's a very good value hand, and it feels kind of cool. And he's a Guardian.
That just matches Briar.
He's a Guardian, so he has on hits. And then I looked through
them. All super rare.
He's got one rare that says on Crush discard a card, on another on Crush discard Arsenal, on Crush discard top card of deck. And I'm like, oh.
That's it.
That's it.
You get 2 actual reliable pieces of disruption. There's some assuming you can get it to Crush.
There's some Gooner cards that are tap target hero. That doesn't matter.
Nope.
And Oh, I forgot what the other one was. Tap hero, top of deck.
Get booed.
Get booed. No, that's plus value. That's not minus value.
Yeah.
That's not what we're looking for.
Yeah.
It's like almost like I'm hoping that like there's a like Brute feels like Brute's the other class. Brute, Assassin, Illusionist, Wizard. Brute maybe could cut the tide of this. I don't know. Is there tough deck
KO's
that's worth
not bad.
Holy frick.
Nah, KO.
KO?
Heavy hitters
KO's
KO.
not awful. Actually, you know what?
He's very fine.
We did it. It's old KO. That's it. We did it. We solved the format.
Berserker Runt?
Berserker Runt can outvalue the aggro decks and swing well above the Guardians.
Just roll hot twice.
Just roll hot.
Do it.
Just do it.
Yep.
Send a race phase for 12. Not a race phase. Send Humble for 12.
Sure.
That works against both of them. There we
Yes.
go. We did it. We figured it out. I'm so glad we got there. And thank y'all so much for watching another episode of Pit Against, where we dive deep into the answers. Did someone say brutes? Yes. Yes, Joe. Unfortunately, we're desperate enough to ask the brutes
for help.
Holy frick.
Yeah.
Rockyard Rodeo's a Majestic?
Yeah.
Never mind. Tough Nut got nothing.
Oh, yeah. Tough Nut, I think, is like unplayable.
Is Rock a Majestic, or is that...
Rock is a Majestic.
Rock's a Majestic. Tough Nut's not playable.
Yeah.
He did get a couple of blue 6s.
For CC, he looks great.
For CC, but...
He looks much better.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Oh, well.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I think that mostly does it. Do you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
I think I'm good for now. I want to see what happens in a week and see where people kind of land, and now that we'll have all the cards.
That said, I do want to say, I've been having a lot of fun playing Sage.
I will continue to say this. Sage has been a great armory format where people aren't playing hyper competitively. They're just bringing a fun $20 jank deck. Yep. It's great there. I genuinely love playing it there that. Like, I take a combo Rhinar deck and be like, We
were literally, like, before the chain ban, like, any armory where everyone just kind of, like, all mutually agrees. And every time you have to say that, it already is a bad sign. But when everyone mutually agrees not to play chain, it's awesome. Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah. No, like, the
everyone
format...
just plays their pet deck, but in Sage. That's cool.
Yes. And it's not so much like chain is a symptom of the problem. Like, he's not the problem. I mean, he was a problem.
He is a problem.
Like, the greater overall problem of Sage is just like, it's been a great casual format. It's as soon as you put it into a battle harden or now a showdown.
I did forget. Goliath has Walk in My Shoes now, which is an on hit that matters. So he's got two. He's got 2 on hits that matters now.
Yeah. I don't know.
Not quite enough.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, if we have Sage armories around here, I'm going to play them. They're fun. They're great. And there's actually like probably a decent number of decks to build now. There's like more interesting stuff. But at the same time, if it's competitive, there's a reason I'm not going to San Diego next weekend.
I'm going to play new and have fun with it. I might play Huntsman and make sure no one has fun.
The card that New got is sick.
It's actually kind of gas. Like,
it's sick.
It's pretty sick. Pretty sick with it.
Yeah. So, all that being said, that was relative to competitive Sage that we're going to watch in 8 hours. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm good.
I don't know. All right. Well, I believe in Tough Nut, kinda, LOL. I believe in Tough Nut at armory level. So I think that about wraps it up. If you want to help make this stream look nicer and help get supplies for our project videos, you can support us at patreon.com/thetablepit. You can get me some kind of protective backwear for a little bit when he decides to start spelunking up and down.
Climbing you like a tree.
Yeah, like a tree. Like a really short tree. And remember to go check out our merch at the tablepit-shop.fourthwall.com, where you can get shirts that say things like,
I'm barred from PQs.
I'm barred from PQs. PQ season coming up, by the way.
Yeah.
That involves Sage. That involves CC.
That's in like 2 weeks.
I'm probably playing Slippy. That's what I'm thinking.
Sure.
If Fi's good, if Bolton's good, if my local meta likes playing aggressive decks and brutes, might play Slippy. Kevin, you guys shout outs?
I don't know. I put out a couple videos over the last week on spoiler stuff.
Yeah, you did.
I want to go do some more stuff with it because I've spent a lot of time the last couple days digging through the cards and really trying to break them down, and I'm going to see if I can get that video out soon. So, I've been reasonably active on YouTube recently.
Sick.
As well as actually pushing an update for the primer on Metafy, finally, because I haven't done that since August. But
sick.
Yeah.
I am back from Snowmageddon, which means I'm allowed to work on this project video of mine, which is not spoilers about a cube. I'm still like a fifth of the way through. Like it's just like,
Jeez.
I got like a fifth of the way done, and then I got the wind knocked out of my sails for one reason or another, and then head into the new year feeling hot and fresh. Start working on it some. I get a cat, and then the snow falls. And it's been a whirlwind. But I'm back in the grind, and I'm going to get back to doing that and sorting my bulk. Thank you so much for watching. We do this every Thursday. We also have No Blocks, a chill Talishar stream where we do and don't block. Saturdays at 9 a.m. I'm pretty sure we're doing it. I'm going to give him a message kind of like I gave Wyatt. You. Ask Wyatt, where... just like I asked you, and I was like, are we still doing this? Is this show still a thing?
Yeah.
Brett. So we got that coming up. But thank y'all so much for watching. Bye.